Hi, everybody. Welcome. This is Emily with FranNet, and I'm here with my dear friend Lori Meyerson. Hi, Lori.
Hi, Emily. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you bet. So, for those of you listening in, Lori and I have actually been sitting here chatting for the last 10 to 15 minutes. And I started to get this inside scoop on this business. I was like, Lori, we have to stop talking and start recording. Uh, so, one of the first things I told Lori, I was like, I was so happy that we're talking about this business because, we're in the middle of this coronavirus pandemic. And the buzzwords, the keywords on business are essential services. And, really, Lori, I got to tell you, so much of the focus, the businesses I've been focusing on for essential services are, like mold removal and damage restoration, which are essential. But this, Lori, this is like a happy, feel good kind of business, which I really needed. So, see, look at my first bullet. It's a feel good business in a growing industry. And Lori, one of the things I loved about this as I was doing my research is that there is a lot of flexibility. Sometimes people hear the word franchise and they think that they're going to be handcuffed to a system. But what I learned about this is an owner can be semi absentee or semi passive or be an owner operator. The services can be provided by the business or they can be essentially self serve. And there's different payment options. There's membership options, there's pay as you go options. So I love the flexibility, love the recurring revenue, the flexible hours, and the fact that this is Amazon proof. I mean, even a drone, if Amazon does those drones that people laugh about, I don't think a drone can ever come in and provide this service. And one thing I said to Lori just before we get started, I said, I assume that these locations are closed. And Lori said, not necessarily. So, with that, Lori, I'm going to hand it over to you to tell us all about Pet Bar.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Emily. It's always a pleasure to be a part of your presentations. And thank you to all of you that are going to be listening to the call today. I am so excited to be here and to have the opportunity to present Pet Bar. And we are really a feel good, fun business, and we're a good, clean business opportunity. A little bit about our Pet Bar Dog's Tale. We are headquartered in Dallas, Texas, and as Emily just mentioned, we are very. I think we're honored to be really a business that is considered that essential business. So as we are all talking today, and perhaps you're listening to our conversation today or tomorrow, our Pet Bar location is open and running in Dallas, Texas. We are founded by Dan and Ashley O'Laughlin. We were founded in 2015, and our tale actually starts with a really cute story. Dan and Ashley had children that were growing up, and obviously they ended up getting some pets, and one of their dogs was Bella, who's an 8-pound schnauzer, and she needed a particular grooming service, and their groomer that had been with them for many, many years actually just disappeared overnight. They couldn't get a hold of her. They weren't sure what happened. She was just literally gone and had moved out of town. They were quite devastated because their groomer became a part of their family and took really good care of Bella. And with that, Dan and Ashley started to try different services around town and found that there really wasn't that grooming boutique that was really going to offer them the service that they were looking for their pet babies. Dan looked at Ashley one day and said, we've tried a lot of different services. They're not giving us the customer service that we're desiring, the quality haircut that we like on Bella. Let's do it ourselves. So Dan and Ashley decided in 2015 to start their own Pet Bar boutique, and they made sure that it was going to be one that instilled the cleanliness, that smelled great, that allowed their pet babies to come in and be happy and be in a fun environment. And of course, all of our furry friends' parents loved that they had now a pet bar where they could come in and just feel comfortable and be with people that they could trust. So a little bit about our story. We went from tanning to terrier, so to speak. Dan O'Laughlin, he has a background in entrepreneurship. He actually started in the fitness industry, dominating the Dallas market. He owned 12 tanning salons in the Dallas market. He understands scaling a business. He understands trying to keep a business as simple as possible. And he also understands how to drive revenue through a membership model. Because of his whole experience in the tanning industry and dominating the marketplace, he really wanted to also have another opportunity to have the same experience and success. And really, the reason that Pet Bar even came about was because the tanning industry came to a halt. There was a lot of government restrictions that kicked in, and at that time, Dan had a large equity firm come in and offer to acquire his business. He took advantage of it, and not knowing what his next chapter was going to be, as I mentioned, he kind of fell upon going into the pet bar industry and business opportunity when Bella's groomer disappeared. And he's been able to take the knowledge and all of his experience from his 12 tanning salons to now create Pet Bar over the past few years and really pass on all of his knowledge and experience to you, everybody that's on our call today. So Pet Bar, in our humble opinion, is really heads and tails above all the rest. Perhaps one of you or all of you on the call today have tried some of the services in your local community for your pet loved ones and your furry friends, or maybe your family or your parents have animals and they've tried to get their pets in for services, and maybe you found some that are good, but most often we hear that they don't find the quality service that they're looking for. Our pet babies are our families, and we really want to be able to offer this service to you and to everybody in our communities that is above all the rest. So at Pet Bar, you'll have the ability, as Emily was mentioning earlier, to have a couple different options. We offer full service grooming. We offer full bathing services, and we are the one and really only boutique grooming facility that also has a DIY within the facility. So that is a self-service, do-it-yourself as well. So you've got 3 revenue streams there. And then we also have a membership-based model, which again comes from Dan being in the tanning industry and really understanding the membership model. That gives you your recurring revenue, obviously on a monthly basis. But the great thing also about our model is that we have repeat business. Our customers are usually coming in once a week to every 4 to 6 weeks for a service. We are very proud at Pet Bar to have a very safe, fun, friendly, and inviting environment. Our culture breeds that. We don't want ever to be that business where you walk in and your dog, your pet, your baby disappears behind a door. We do not cage our furry friends. They're all out and about and in holding centers. They're happy, they're fun, they're having fun, they're barking and with excitement to be able to get their treatment that day. We are also always going to have extremely knowledgeable members of our staff to be able to help our customers and our furry friends. And we really like to be able to get our pets in and out throughout that day in a reasonable amount of time. Again, our culture is really just about feeling like family. We want that open floor plan. We want to offer a quality service at an affordable price, and we want all of our pet parents to want to come back. And with that, Pet Bar keeps it as simple as it gets. Not only do we make sure that our customers and our pet parents want to come back, but we also make sure that our business model, our franchise model, is as simple as it gets for you and our customers as well. So at Pet Bar, it's impossibly simple. When you get an opportunity to learn more about our model, what you're going to find is that we focus on grooming and self-service. Our services really range from, as I mentioned, our baths, which we can offer full service baths, where we're providing the service for our pet parents. And those prices range about $38 to $78, depending on the pet's weight. We have our grooming services as well, which range pricing of about $55 up to $125 a pet. And then we also have our do-it-yourself side. So, for example, if you were to have your golden doodle come in and get groomed and leave that day with a beautiful cut and bath, and the next day your pet baby runs out into the rain and happens to get muddy, and you say, wow, I don't want to go back in and pay for a grooming service, you could go back to your pet bar location and you could use the do-it-yourself side. The do-it-yourself side's beautiful stainless steel bathing stations with top-notch products to bathe your pets with, towel service as well, and then we have individual drying stations so that you never leave with your pet baby wet. On that side, the services usually range between $12 to $25. And then we have our monthly memberships. And by the way, 55 to 60% of our customers that come in for a service end up becoming a Pet Bar member. Very nice turnover and retention rate. Again, recurring revenue stream, not only from the repeat business that is a need service for our pets. And by the way, we do cater mostly to our dogs, but we do also see cats as well. Our memberships are an automatic monthly renewal. Every month, you're going to be able to have that constant charge and income revenue coming in. But the beautiful aspect of our membership model is that the customers can cancel at any time. So they don't feel like they're pressured into the membership. The bare bones of our industry are pretty impressive. We have to say that we used to see, and Emily could maybe even vouch for this, but in the past, we used to always see that children's concepts were really one that a lot of people were really impressed with. And that was because almost every household, had a child. Well, what we're seeing currently today is that the pet industry is surpassing that. And the reason for that is that college students, millennials, newly married couples and families most often have a household or an apartment with a pet. Mm-hmm. So about 70% of households will own a pet. Out of those households, 90 million of those are dogs. So we know we have a huge amount of pets out there to tap into. It's a $70 billion industry, and we're really so proud to be a part of it. So
Lori,
at
I think
Pet
that's
Bar,
so true. And one thing that I thought of as I was listening to you is, so we have two dogs, and not only are the dogs, my family's dogs, do they feel like my kids, but I also have an 11-year-old, and the dogs to him feel like his kids in a way.
yes, you're so right.
Because he loves them, they sleep with him every night, he takes care of them. So yeah, I completely agree with what you're saying.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks, Emily. And I have to say, just on a personal note as well, my husband and I have 3 boys, and we also have 3 dogs. So we've got Barbie, Daisy, and Biscuit, and they are just as much of our kids as the 3 boys are, and they sleep with us as well. So we're right there with you, Emily. And I use the golden doodle example because it literally happened to me. Daisy is a golden doodle. I did pay the money to get her groomed, and the next day she did run out in the rain and in the mud. And we were like, oh my gosh, we need a pet bar here in Fort Lauderdale so that we can then take her in and do it ourselves and not have to pay for the grooming again. So that was a true example with one of our pet babies.
Yeah, and one thing I'm going to ask you to get to is the fact that my dog can get its hair cut, but I can't. But we'll get to that later.
Yes. How is that possible, right? Yes. So,
Okay,
well, thanks, Emily. Yeah. So at Pet Bar, we really want our pet parents and all of our customers to really feel like they're getting a bang for their buck. Again, at Pet Bar, you're going to have the ability to offer unlimited bath and brush monthly services. You don't have to have an appointment to be able to walk in and have the DIY side available. You can walk in at any point in time, and then obviously you can schedule your appointments for your grooming services and also for your full bathing service as well. We are the first franchise to actually come in with the opportunity to offer a grooming service spa, a DIY do-it-yourself service, a monthly membership service, and also offer a small retail opportunity as well. And we do give flexibility with this. I get a lot of clients that will ask me, well, Lori, in a local market, can I bring in other products? Like, maybe I want to be a part of my local community. I want to get involved with a local university or one of the charitable organizations for animals. Absolutely. We give you the flexibility to be able to really make a local community impact as well. We have the ability also to give you the first class products and utilities that you need when you have the DIY side. If you take a look in your community and you happen to find a place that perhaps offers that, many times they don't give you the dryers, they don't give you towel service, they don't give you the top products when it comes to the shampoo and the conditioners. At Pet Bar, you will get top quality products and you will get a bang for your buck. See? Oh, what happened here?
Sorry, these slide titles are too stinking cute.
Oh, thank you. So we'll talk a little about, everybody wants to know, Emily, about our demographics, right? What do we see? Who's coming in? How often are they coming in? At Pet Bar, I have to say we've got some doggone great demographics. We are typically seeing 85 to 125 dogs a day, and that breaks out to about 40 being groomed and 45 having the full service bathing opportunity. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we do see repeat business. So this is a business that's a need. This is a business that is going to be economically beneficial and also have a recession-proof opportunity, as Emily was mentioning earlier. We are, as we're all sitting at home today, trying to figure out what to do with our days and seeing that a lot of the businesses in our communities are closed, Pet Bar is considered an essential service. We are open. We are able to help our pet parents in the community with their pet babies. And as I was mentioning to Emily before our call, we're actually doing a cute kind of valet service where they get to pull up in front of our Pet Bar boutique, hand off their pet babies out their passenger door, and they're walking in, getting their grooming, and then the pets can call in the pet parents can call later in the afternoon and pull up and be able to pick up their pet babies and head out for the day. So we are an essential service. We are a business that offers repeat business coming in, and typically for a bath every week to once a month. And then we see our grooming is happening usually once a week to every 4 to 6 weeks. So again, you've got a nice repeat business opportunity. Our paw print, which is also what you would normally hear of as your real estate layout, is typically going to be about 1,800 to 2,400 square feet. Ideally, we look for a 35 by 55 layout. We love to put our Pet Bar boutiques in ideal locations. So anywhere in your community where you might have a strip plaza or a lifestyle center, anywhere where perhaps there's a veterinarian office, anywhere there's a lot of foot traffic, visibility. We love to go near kind of a dry cleaners, again, your grocery store anchor, whatever that might be. For me, it's Whole Foods, Publix. We've got great hours of operations. I have to say a lot of my clients, Emily, love this because they are not going to be working day and night. So for our franchise owners, they can have a business that's simple to run, that's a feel-good, fun business, that's a need business with repeat revenue, but also with hours that are really feasible. So we're typically open Monday through Friday from 9 or 10 a.m. to about 6 p.m., Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sundays, we're closed. Now, that's up to you as a pet bar owner, whether you choose to be open or not, but our pet bar executives really feel that Sunday for many people is just a day for family or worship, and we respect that and are okay with your decision. So who's running our show? Typically, in our pet bar boutiques, our franchise owners are really going to be doing just that. You're going to be able to have two options. You can be hands-on, or you can be a semi-absentee owner. Regardless of which one you choose to be, you're going to have a great time being a pet bar owner. This is a feel-good business. When you walk into your pet bar location, your customers are going to be coming in with smiles. Their pet babies are jumping with excitement because they know they're leaving feeling great. So you're going to have the ability to network in your community, get to know your customers, hire and manage your staff, handle your payroll when necessary, unless you outsource that, order inventory, again, when necessary, and oversee your employee schedule. We'll teach you all of our tricks here at Pet Bar. So you don't have to worry about having experience. We don't look for you to have that. We have a turnkey process. We will be with you every step of the way, from working with me during the initial process and then working with our executive team. We'll be there with you to assist you in the real estate process, in the construction process of building your pet bar boutique. We have a 5-day training that's hosted at our corporate office in Dallas, Texas. And then we'll also be with you on site once your location's open. You have ongoing support and training with hiring your groomers, your bathers, and any other employees that would be in your business. We have a 24/7 software support within our POS system. And of course, we're available around the clock for anything else that you might need. So a lot of my customers will ask me, well, how many employees are in a pet bar boutique? A lot of my franchise owners have been really pleased with the fact that this is a low employee business model. So when it comes to staffing, you're going to be looking at 5 employees with a mature brand. You're going to be looking at 2 front desk receptionists, 2 to 3 bathers, and then you'll most likely have 2 to 4 independent contractors that are your groomers. So those groomers are paid on commission, and we can certainly get into more of those details as we work together throughout the process. But again, low employees, low overhead. You're going to be paying your forwards or your receptionists and your bathers about $12 to $16 an hour. The groomers, who are independent contractors, are paid commission on their total ticket, 45 to 65% of the total amount that they invoice. One of the things, Emily, that I really also loved about this industry, much different than others, is that the groomers do not have to be certified or skilled or licensed, which really opens up a wide variety of applicants for our franchise owners. Much like in a hair concept, those employees need to be stylists. They need to be certified, skilled, licensed, and sometimes those are really hard to find. So what we have found is that there's no shortage of groomers. As a matter of fact, it's continuing to grow, but they'll come to you as a prospect to be employed with a portfolio of their grooming experience. Then we look for 5 years experience, and they come with a portfolio of all their pictures with all the beautiful cuts and services that they've offered to furry friends in the past.
Mm.
So pet bar
usually, and I think it's safe to assume, it's maybe a generalization, but people that work at a place like Pet Bar, they do it because they love pets. It's more of a
Yes.
passion and a love that they feel called to do, which
Yes.
generally makes for happier, loyal, reliable employees.
Absolutely. It allows them to do something that they love with their pet friends, and it also allows them to be able to explore their passion of creativity. And you'd be so surprised at how creative a lot of the groomers can get with their pets, and putting in their bows and different things that they can do for their pet friends. So, talking a little about Pet Bar, we do believe that we're a diamond in the rough. Um, no pun intended there, but just with what you get within our Pet Bar boutique opportunity for the investment that is required, I believe is truly a diamond in the rough. So our investment range is 122,000 to about 227,000. We're averaging about 160 to 170,000 all in. Again, that is a turnkey investment and process. Our agreement terms are a 10-year franchise agreement. We have a 5% royalty that's taken off of gross sales. We do not have a national marketing royalty. We believe that you should be able to spend your dollars in your local community and market it the way that you feel should be marketed in your community. Now, you'll absolutely get a great marketing program and a marketing plan, but really we don't feel that we need to reap the reward of a 3% national royalty when it's really not going to benefit you in a local market. We do have our 1% advertising fee, and that's really going towards technology, keeping our website updated, creating a mobile app for your customers to be able to schedule appointments and so forth. At Pet Bar, we do have a lot of interest for people looking for scalability and that are looking to have multi-units. And so with that, we do have multi-unit franchise fee discounts. The first franchise fee for your first location is $40,000. For the second location is $20,000. And pardon me, for the third, that should say $15,000. I'll have to adjust that. So it's $40,000 for your first, $20,000 for your second location, and if you happen to be interested in a third or fourth or any after that, it's $15,000 for those additionals. We are very proud, Emily, of all of our first responders, and that's so heavy on my heart even today, as we're having the ability to talk and to be able to present Pet Bar to anybody that's listening. So if you happen to be any first responder, thank you. Thank you for your service. If you're a veteran, thank you for keeping us safe. And we're really proud to be able to offer a $2,000 discount off of our initial franchise fee for you. We honor you, we value you, and we thank you. Looking at our finances, of course, everybody wants to know, well, if I make an investment, what's the return going to be on my investment? Pet Bar's got pretty impressive numbers. You can take a look here and see that what we're typically averaging from a gross sales perspective, we're averaging about $542,000 on average gross sales per year. And we're netting an average of about $160,000 net per year, with a net profit average of 29%. Now, these numbers are all corporate locations, so please keep in mind that you do need to take out any type of royalties to get a true definition of what your net numbers would be as a franchise owner. And for that, I thank you for listening, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you for your time. And Emily, as always, thank you for allowing me to present Pet Bar, and I will pass it over to you.
Lori, thank you so much. I just feel even lighter and happier after looking at all those pictures of dogs. So
It's It definitely brings a smile on your face, let me tell you that.
Gosh. Yeah. And I'm the one at the dog park that I know all the dogs' names, but not their owners' names. You're Rover's
Oh
mom
my
or
gosh,
whatever.
that's so funny, Emily. I just spoke with a client yesterday in Houston, Texas, who has a golden retriever named Cooper. And in her community, everybody knows her as Cooper's mom. They don't know her name, they only
Yes.
know her as Cooper's mom.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I know the dogs' names in my neighborhood better than I know my neighbors. I mean, yeah. Oh, so for those for those of you listening in, and if you'd like to take next steps, you can complete your personal franchise assessment if you haven't already, and I've provided a link here. Or simply, if you're not ready to do that or already have, and you'd like to have a conversation and learn more, you can contact your local friend at consultant. If you're not sure who that is, because there are literally over 100 of us across the country, and we serve our local markets. If you're not sure who that is for you, give me a call, shoot me an email, and I will gladly arrange a personal introduction. So, Lori, thank you so much. Thank you for bringing a smile to my face this morning. And stay well, everyone. Be well, and best of luck on your entrepreneurial journey. Thanks, Lori.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.